Welcome to the unboxing video for the Dave Asprey curated box. As you know, I comb the world for the coolest and latest biohacking things, which probably isn't as hard as you might think, because being the guy who's known as the father of biohacking, a lot of cool companies approach me and say, I have this new idea, I have this new thing. So what I do is I put it all together for you in a box and you get it for $100, and it's worth a lot more than that. And it's had some thought that went into it. As you know, Bulletproof is really successful. So I do this box as a labor of love. It's not a huge part of my daily focus, but every time I find something cool, I set it aside and then we put it all together for you. And I plan to keep doing this because it's fun, it's rewarding, and I know that you love it. So without further ado, let's open it up. Step one, pocket knife. You should have a good pocket knife because, well, cavemen, first tools we had probably before fire were knives, and I'm telling you, having a small pocket knife in your pocket will make you a little bit happier. Until the TSA takes it away. All right. Product-wise, number one, Mold Guard from Hypoallergenic Air, also known as Air Oasis. Check this out. This is really cool because mold, as you know, is a major thing. It's one of the biggest sources of kryptonite in the modern world. And Dale Bredesen, who I just interviewed on Bulletproof Radio, just talked about it as one of the 3 big things contributing to Alzheimer's. It's a big cause of systemic inflammation. And according to the documentary that I filmed called Moldy Movie, it's free right now, moldymovie.com, mold's affecting 100 million people in the US. Some people, you just get a cold from it. Other people, it messes up your nervous system. It has a huge amount of things it can do, and it's getting worse because of what we've done to the soil. So what do you do about it? Well, there's lots of things, but one of them is you want to filter it out of your air. And this new product from Hypoallergenic Air is brand new. It was just introduced, whatever the heck. It was brought to life at CES last month, and that was just for pre-sale. So you're one of the first people on earth to get this thing. It purifies air, but it also sanitizes the surfaces around it. And this is stuff that was developed by NASA using nanotechnology that mimics processes found in Mother Nature, which catalyzes molecules and uses polarized ions that are highly effective sanitizers. So you can get rid of mold, bacteria, virus, odors, VOCs, and things like pollen and allergens. It plugs into electric outlets, uses about as much electricity as a light bulb, so it's environmentally useful. What you're getting is a small one that covers about 100 square feet. It works in a hotel room, a bedroom, a bathroom. There's no parts, there's no filters, and it's very, very quiet. So this is a breakthrough in how to basically clean up your air. The retail value on this is $149. So we've already exceeded the value of the box with the first item in the box, which is pretty cool. Next up, Restore Sinus Spray by Biohacker Sciences, and this is worth about $15. The founder of Restore, Zach Bush, has been on Bulletproof Radio, and he's a speaker at the Bulletproof Conference, by the way, April 5th through 7th in LA. xp.upgradelabs.com is the URL for that. Anyway, he spoke last year, and Zach is a triple board certified physician, former cancer researcher, and became one of the foremost experts on the microbiome and all the different conditions that your gut bacteria can change. His research on cancer led him to looking at cell-to-cell communication and looking at soil, and he found that there's a carbon-based molecule called terahydrite that restores communication between the microbiome and your body's cell network. So this stuff isn't a probiotic, it's not a prebiotic. And what it does, though, is it tightens and strengthens the junctions in your gut lining, which can help you to prevent leaky gut, make your immune system work better. And it supports respiratory wellness, combats environmental exposures, and promotes hydration. Since your sinuses have their own microbiome, the spray from Restore actually cleanses and hydrates those membranes, and it delivers that dose of Restore. And what Zach does with Restore is he reinvests his profits into research for sustainable technologies, and that's a pretty good deal. So you're helping your sinuses stay solid when you're in the middle of basically the beginnings of spring, when allergies happen, when mold from all that melting snow and rain starts to hit. You've now made yourself more mold proof, you made your environment more mold proof, which is pretty cool. You're also going to find something else that's really unique in here, worth $24. These are called Silver Handle Wraps by True 47. So when you're out and about in public, you get exposed to all kinds of nasty stuff. when you touch things like shopping cart handles and subway rails, and especially if you have kids, they seem to touch everything. But you don't need to be worried about this all the time. I'm one of those sort of paranoid people, but the high-risk surfaces that are likely to introduce things that your body's going to have to fight off, and maybe even successfully, you don't want to do that. So being sick sucks, and what these wraps are is 99.99% pure silver embedded in fabric, and it's proven in multiple studies to kill bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Velcro makes it easy to adjust for handles of different sizes, so you put it on steering wheels, gym bags, anywhere else that you're likely to pick up stuff that goes on your hands. Most people don't know this, but bacteria and other things that end up on your fingers are very likely to end up in your eyes and in your sinuses, and that's a major problem if you don't want to get a cold and things like that. So this is a way to just look at high-risk surfaces and handle it. Next up, we've got True Niagen Stick Packs by Chromadex. This is worth about $5, and if you read the Bulletproof blog, listen to Bulletproof Radio, you heard me talk about NAD. It's a building block for energy production that powers cellular functions. Every cell has it. It's part of how your mitochondria transport energy. And as you age, you'll see a drop about 50% between age 0 and age 40 to 60. And True Niagen is a unique form of B3 that's shown to increase NAD levels. When NAD levels are higher, you get increased cellular metabolism, better recovery from workouts, better liver function and stress management, better circadian rhythm, and a bunch of other good stuff that happens when your cells work better. You can read a lot about what that does to your brain in Headstrong. The parent company Chromadex has 4 published clinical trials showing that this stuff works and 3 FDA safety reviews. NSF certified as safe and legal supplement if you're a professional athlete, and there are quite a few who subscribe to this box, believe it or not. It's been researched by teams at Cambridge, Northwestern, Duke, NYU, and the University of California, and 150 studies published on the key ingredient in True Niagen. So what you'll find is, give it a try, see if you feel it. If so, that's a pretty good idea. Next up is Crush Tabs. Crush Tabs are really cool because finding clean toothpaste is hard to do. And I really was excited to find this company because it was just coming out of crowdfunding. They contain xylitol, organic peppermint essential oil, and baking soda. And both xylitol and baking soda are individually clinically proven to prevent tooth decay and cavities. You'll see no fillers, binders, coloring additives, no fluoride, no foaming agents, nothing bad for the microbiome in your mouth. And you can use them with a toothbrush like normal toothpaste, or you can chew them up and use them as a mouthwash or rinse, and you don't even need water to use one. So if you're camping or something, this can be extra useful. You'll be really surprised at how effective these things are when you brush with them. And since they're not liquid, you can carry them with you when you fly. So Crush Tabs are totally cool. Next up is a chapter of Mind to Matter by Dawson Church, who's one of my favorite guests on Bulletproof Radio, this amazing human being, award-winning author, and he's an expert in something called the emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping. Next up, this is a big one. It's a golden ticket for the Biohacking Conference. This is the 6th annual year of the conference. I started out with 100 people 6 years ago in San Francisco, and wanted to create an experience where people could go and meet others who are into biohacking and just actually use technologies to change their bodies. It grew to 3,000 people in the 5th annual conference. Now in the 6th annual one, it's going to be a little bit smaller because it's a more intimate, nicer location in Beverly Hills. It's actually at the site of the newest Upgrade Labs location where we have all the equipment, the big machinery for upgrading the human body. It's a transformational sort of thing. You learn neat stuff, but you just experience things you totally wouldn't believe in the tech hall. There'll be bulletproof meals, unlimited bulletproof coffee. The golden ticket winner wins 2 passes worth $500 each to the Bulletproof Biohacking Conference, so you can bring a friend. And it's just going to be a powerful experience. But if you are a subscriber to the box in general, you get 10% off a ticket to go. So everybody wins on this. If there's one event you're going to go to this year to really connect with people who are interested in upgrading themselves, just being better human beings across every domain, this is a place to go, and you'll experience things you totally wouldn't imagine. The final golden ticket is actually 2 different golden tickets. As you know, TrueDark recently released several different technologies for using LED lights, especially red, infrared, and a new color on the block called amber that has specific biological effects in different studies. And the idea here is you want to expose yourself to these very close to the skin. There are many different technologies that I really like for doing this, and TrueDark came out with some that are portable because convenience is really important. So there's the original TrueDark, it's called the TrueLight Energy Square, but they just came out with the TrueLight Energy Pillow. And this has those two different wavelengths of red, also near infrared, and yellow. So you get 4 wavelengths, and it has steady for basically having comfort and less pain, and pulsating to assist with cellular repair. So the idea is different pulsations of the light for different effects. So one lucky winner is going to be chosen at random on March 14th, and if you don't win, there's a coupon in here for you to get 20% off your own pillow. But because I like you guys, because I like this box, I decided just now also to give you a TrueLight Energy mat for one lucky winner. This is worth $1,200, and it's the same kind of technology that's embedded here in the pillow, but a whole 60-inch long mat, so you can get whole body treatment. It folds up, fits in your closet, it's soft, you lay on it, and you can get light therapy for everything, including either on your back or on your face. I really, really like both of these technologies, and they work well with whatever other light therapy you're doing. So 20% off for everybody, and if you're the lucky winner of either the pillow or the mat, hallelujah. And I think that's it for everything in the box. I put a good amount of time into this box because it's just fun, and if this video is useful for you or you've subscribed to the box, I would love it if you would just take a minute to tell a friend that you think it's worth it, or maybe even give one as a gift. I'm looking to make this so that it's a sustainable thing that I can keep doing for many more years, at least as long as there's really cool new biohacking stuff. And having enough of a critical mass of people interested helps me to have a team who helps to pull this together for you. It's a surprising amount of work to put thousands of things in boxes and order them all. I'm willing to do it for you guys, but I would love it if you left a positive comment or just shared it. Thank you so much.